Hey everyone, welcome back to another project car update. This one a little bit delayed because of the issues from last time. Apologies, my hair is crazy. I've been wearing a hat all day, but I had to take it off because today I'm going to be diving underneath the car again, this time at the back, and this time outside, and it's hanging out there, sitting on some ramps, just because it's really nice today. It's like positive 10. It is beautiful. Everybody's outside raking. The wind is up, but it's just a beautiful day. A great day to wash cars and go underneath the car and take a look at how bad the rust is before I make a real choice here. Because as I said on the Discord, and I haven't said it here yet, but the reality is I need to look into this more instead of just making a decision based off of what somebody else says. I need to look underneath for myself, see how bad it truly is, and if these parts are hard to fix and therefore not worth fixing, then we're going down the parting out route. If it's not too bad, then I'm gonna have to invest more, which sucks, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So yeah, let's dive under there. I apologize, there's probably gonna be a bit of wind noise, but I will try to keep it to a minimum. Everybody seems to be out in their cars right now. Again, it's so nice out. It has not been this nice in a long time. First day of spring, actually, I think. Unless I don't know how to do math. Okay, let's go. Seeing as it's so lovely out, the car is all opened up, and yeah, I'm just trying to air it out a little bit because the previous owner, I mean, it smelled like the previous owner, so I'm trying to get rid of it. And I was able to wash my other car, and it's looking nice. Specifically, this thing right here. Oh yes, that's coming soon. But my usual assortment of Amazon boxes is out, and I think it's time that I dive underneath and see what this looks like. I'm not gonna need a flashlight today. Well, there's a view you don't get to see too often. Getting up and close and personal with the exhaust. It's not what I thought I'd be doing today. All right, under the car, and there's the diff. Okay, that is looking pretty rusty. That is also looking pretty rusty, and there's the lower subframe right there. You know what? That is the W piece on this car, and it doesn't look that bad from a distance. I mean, it needs to be replaced, but it doesn't look too bad. One thing that is concerning though is up here. That's not looking great. That might be a full rear subframe that needs to be redone, not just the lower. Those are some rough welds in the exhaust there. Somebody's done something up here. And that's not looking too good either. It's just overall not very clean. Yeah, it looks kind of like what I feared. Like, most of this car underneath is aluminum. Like the rear and front subframe are both aluminum, but these lower subframes are steel and very prone to corrosion. This one doesn't look like it's too bad to take off. Like, it looks like it's just bolts here, some at the front there, and then more over here. But it's a problem of if I get a shiny new one of those, what am I gonna do about this? That's not looking too great, is it? And it's the same way on the other side. That's not great. Ah, man. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, I couldn't get that jack stand under, so that's why it's hanging out just on the side. But that one is under, so I'm semi-safe. Parking brake on, as always. Okay, so it's pretty clear that there's something wrong. That lower W frame is in need of replacement. And I'm concerned about the pieces that surround it. I mean, I could swap that frame piece, I could swap the front one, and I could do all the brakes and everything else that needs to be done for this car, but then what about the rest? I'm putting new parts on a rusty car. I've had such a busy week, I haven't really been able to think about this, and for the week, like when I kind of figured out this issue, I was also unable to really think about it and try and decide what I wanted to do. It's such a hard choice because there's no guarantee that anything I buy will be better, and that's kind of the problem. Like, this car has its issues, yeah, but if I buy something else, it might have worse issues. Something that still definitely has value though are these wheels. They're actually in pretty decent condition. They're all the same size, they're 235s. I just checked the offset is all the same as well, so this car actually didn't come with staggered wheels. Or these are not the standard wheels that came with it, which is strange. So they would fit on my sedan really nicely. So I'm thinking about potentially putting these on my sedan and making my other wheels the summer wheels. And then if that happens, obviously this car is just going to be scrapped with winters, or even cheaper, if I can find even cheaper. I'm not sure if I got a shot of this or not, but the muffler Actually, it looks like it's been cut off and then replaced. I think that's what that welding is on it. I think that somebody at some point had that muffler cut, and then since then it's been re-welded on, probably to pass safety or something, which is really funny. So at one point this car was repping maybe a little bit more of a setup than it has, and I think as well that it probably had an air filter or an air intake on it, and somebody's returned it to stock. So it's probably been previously modified is what I'm trying to say. Not sure that's a bad thing necessarily, but it's back to stock now. While I've got you here, I want to introduce you to another project that I've kind of started in the background, because I've got some random metal that I found at the side of my house. This used to be joined, but I just recently cut it. They're pretty much perfect sized for a go-kart, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. I saw that metal. It's really heavy duty, so it could be a really good practice thing for me welding, to attempt to weld myself a go-kart frame and then potentially like actually power it. Just an idea, just something I'm thinking about. And yeah, same thing along with the welding cart. Just trying to come up with little projects for me to do to kind of learn how to weld properly.